They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
47. We're going to 54. Why here? Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check. We're going to 53.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll give to Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Preston Smith there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Preston Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Take a seat. You can't stop me.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a point.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Hey, 88. Go to 50.
Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
No. Who's your forfeit? Tighten up.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad, Stacy, was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Army. Come on. 51 the mic, boys. 51. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fist fights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fist fights.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Crosby puts it through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out right at the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, 626.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Green Bay.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's 18. Over.
On first down. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Let's go, D.
Rodgers again now. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
26.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. On the sneak, Rodgers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. Under. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Check right. 26.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Come on, QB, come on. Shit. Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Good ball, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 8-yard line.
Here we go. Wide, check. 42's the mark. I got one.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room. 26. Max 42. Max 42. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Hey, watch the slant.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Sweat. Hey. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
To throw is Prescott, sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 53. Check out, bro. Here we go, going to 53. Hey, 47.
And the blitz does come. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So offsides the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, they're trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 24, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Go, get out there.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
47. Check. 42's the mic. It's got to be.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The kick by Maher is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
158. Double dog, that's the way.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Collins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 55 to Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that. Jump out. Check Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 39, Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 97 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 55, Mike.
Rodgers throwing again. And this is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Line in. Here we go, 47. That's a run. They're running it. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his pass incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first. Quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check safety. Check safety. 26. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Prescott off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kill. Mike 42. Mike Delta. Check. Mike 42.
Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Power running by Zeke. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill. 47. Here we go again. Kill. 26.
Pollard going to try the right side. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
We're going to 53.
Here's Pollard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Marr able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
3 and out. 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning limit.
The great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Handing it off to Brown. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep.